Okay, well, if you've got a chicken that has had frostbite, and we have, our February proved to be Siberian cold here. So it went down to -8. We had 2 solid weeks that we were in the negatives at night, and there were several days we were negative during the day. But our coldest night, our treasured rooster that we hatched out last year, a French copper marin, got frostbite. And it was a bad case. We know why it happened now. We did everything we could to keep our flock safe, but we've never had these kind of conditions before. So this is just an intro of how we healed our rooster. And I did not want to publish this video until we had success. And as you can see, our chicken coop in the back, and our run, and our expansions that we got going on with our greenhouse. You can't tell it's a greenhouse right now, but it's happening. But anyway, this is how we healed Sunflash the rooster. And we did it pretty reasonably. We wanted to do it through this and that or the other, but everything we tried to purchase online was unavailable. So anyway, so what we did worked brilliantly, and we're going to show you how we did it. All right, so this right here, I have a video for, and it's how to ferment your chicken food. What you can get from this for your chickens as far as eggs production and vitality of your herd is off the chain. There's no comparison. I've never seen anything like it. You can ferment their food and get good results, but when you ferment oats and chia seeds, and I've omitted both. I've done their feed with chia, I've done their feed without chia fermented, and then I've done oats without chia, and then I've done oats and chia fermented. And this by far is the perfect match. But what we're doing is we are healing up our precious rooster. His name is
Sunflash the Mace.
We have hatched him out from an egg last year. We gave him away to a farm. They gave him back, and they said, we're gonna have to butcher all of our roosters. And we're like, oh no, not Sunflash. So we've had him back for 6 weeks in the city, and we used the chicken collar. You're gonna see that in this video. But we had a ice storm in the city a couple of weeks ago, and he got some frostbite. And I'll explain to you how that happened. But what I want you to see now is how we're healing him up. So we are adding these 2 things, some dried garlic and some GSC as a natural antibiotic into our ferment, but we're doing a portion just for him. So he loves this food, but this is just his daily portion that he is getting so that he will heal. And trust me, he will run to this like we have given him sugar. And I'm putting in about 5 drops of a concentrated GSC. Okay, and that's just going in. This is a super concentrated GSC. Rachel, do I have that in there good? Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, and we'll put a link to that below. All right, and then also I always add garlic at the end of the ferment. You don't end it during the ferment because it's antimicrobial, so it will slow up your ferment. But I will just put in about a teaspoon over here, maybe a little more, and they'll wear that out. But we're gonna put some extra in his. So he's gonna get about a half a teaspoon in his, just to be sure he's getting some extra antibacterial qualities. And so this will be given to him in just a little bit, and we'll let you see what he does. So he's gonna come in, and then we're gonna put some silver solution on his frostbite spots, and you're gonna see him heal. So we'll keep you updated, but this is what we're doing. And honestly, I was going to order some stuff and different things, and I was like, wow, that's inferior to what I already know to do and what I would do for my family. Obviously, if my family got frostbite, well, my family's not gonna get frostbite, but you know what I'm saying, okay? There's like not a lot of vets out there to help you with this. So, but anyway, so we'll let you see how happy he is as he eats this. And yes, we do give it to him directly. We hold him, and I put his cream on, and this is his prize when he gets his cream on his frostbite spots. So that's it for now. So this is his muffler. I don't think it's called a muffler, but we'll put a link underneath our video. And it's just a little Velcro collar. And we probably at some point will do a video on how to put that on. We might just demonstrate on one of our hens. I know you can see it now. But that keeps him legal. Right, Rach?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to give him his treat. This is our daily routine. Mary gives him a treat while I put on And his treat actually has his medicine in it. So just put that in front of him. And he's gonna eat that, and that has his, you gotta do it sideways. There we go. Take a bud. Are you gonna eat? Oh, there we go. He's like, oh, I remember. I love this stuff. And he's already had some ferments today, but this is his ferment that's just for him. And thank you, Mary, for helping. Yeah. We just had our juicing day. There's our juicer back there. If you want to know how to juice, check out our playlist. So this is Rachel's chicken. We hatched him out by an egg in an incubator last spring. And what's his name, Rach?
Sunflash the mace.
So, as you can see, he's got some frostbite. It looks pretty rough, but he is actually healing really well. It's been, oh my gosh, the Midwest, I think everybody had horrible temperatures, but he actually got injured not because the coop was too cold, but because it was too humid. And he'll finish that up. He's noticing that. Mary, you got it right underneath him so we can see it? There we go. Not too close. There we go. He loves that. So that has all of his treats in there. So just stay right there, Mary. So we'll talk while we're watching him eat. And then we're going to put a little bit of silver and water on all of his little tender spots. He's not acting like they're bothering him. And we were doing it as a spray, but he was getting really angry at us. Right, Rach?
Yes.
And you do not want to train a rooster to be angry. This is such a gentle rooster, and he is worth the trouble. So we are going to put a little bit of colloidal silver, and we might capture that on video, we might not, but that's what we're doing. We're putting that solution on, and he's getting natural antibiotics in his ferment. So we're putting GSC in there, and we don't ferment it with that in there because that would hinder the fermentation. So we're putting GSC in there, and we are putting garlic in there, and then of course the ferment and all the nutrients. So he will finish that dish. So Rachel is going to put this on, and we'll do it just for a second. It's going to take a minute to get this happily on him.
It's okay, it's okay.
And we are dedicating this jar to him.
It's okay. It's okay. There you go.
But we're trying to keep you safe, buddy. No infection in Jesus' name. All right, signing off. We're going to put a little bit more cream on all his little tender spots. And the cool thing is his appetite is staying up, and he is continuing to, you don't have to put any more right now.
Okay.
He is continuing to take care of all of his husbandly duties. Good job, Sunflash. You're a good boy. You're going to heal just fine. See you later. Happy because he gets first pick in on the ferments that we make.
Look at all.
Mary, who made this last batch?
Me.
Yeah, we had some friends over and Mary did it. He loves this. Let's see if I can get a good close-up of him. He has gotten rather annoyed from all of our therapies, but he is healed beautifully. So, as you can see by these amazing pictures, this is Sunflash at the beginning, when he looked like he might die. I don't know. He looked terrible, didn't he? And this is Sunflash, who's healed completely. I kind of jokingly say it looks like the Donald Trump. I mean, he's got the swoop and everything. And he will not regrow what he lost. But what is there, he never had any signs of infection. We treated him, and that was the main thing, is you want to prevent infection. And they will completely heal. So we did that 100% successfully with what we did. But I wanted to make sure I hit on how to prevent frostbite. And clearly what had happened is it was humidity. We had too much humidity in our coop, and we had locked them up because it was so cold. We closed up the vents, and they weren't coming out anyway, so there was certainly no problem with that. But the main thing is, if you put water in, you take it right back out an hour later. And you make sure there's proper ventilation, which we had, except for that one night, we literally duct tape up all the vents to try and protect them in that -8 degrees. So that's what I learned from what I've read. And of course, you put some kind of emollient on their cone and on their waddle, like, Vaseline, or there's lots of ones that have wax, beeswax in them. There's lots of preparations. I've used Vaseline, and it's worked fine. but that night was not the night that it worked fine. So anyway, and the other thing is that when you know there's a cold front coming in and you think there's any potential for that kind of situation where it's that kind of cold, like in negative degrees, clean out their run, because their waste gives off humidity too. So our run had just been cleaned out probably 2 or 3 weeks before. We just scoop it out with a pitchfork and put it in a composting pile and put fresh hay in. But we did not do that. This cold front came in with no warning. So, but once it's frozen, you can't move it, if that makes sense. So it was really kind of complicated, but the reality is we healed our Sunflash and he is a new man and everything is great. So thank you for coming by. Thank you for checking out our videos. And if you like us, give us a thumbs up. Please hit the subscribe button, and please share our videos and get the word out that there is a way to heal holistically for your chickens. And this is the second video of our Holistic Chicken Keeper series. And we're going to just keep sharing what we're learning as we are keeping a backyard flock. Thank you for dropping by Midwest Meanderings. God bless you.